I know they hide behind all the analytical bullshit from their agents and people like that. What they're really trying to do is extend their career.
What's up, world? Welcome back to the Charge the Game podcast. I'll be your host here, Chuck, and you heard from the other Chuck, Senior Chuck, on how he feels about this load management, and I have been stressing this, man. Like, I know that the NBA is looking into changing the offensive rules and the load management thing. Adam Silver, man, I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. I'm not a huge fan of this dude. I don't understand this weirdo ass guy. He needs to be more strict. I don't give a crap. I mean, not curse. I don't care if you besties with LeBron James and you're afraid to make these players mad. And you give them slaps on the wrist when they messing up. Man, Charles Barkley hit it on the head, and I will play this video in full for you guys to hear what he said.
Couldn't believe that an NBA player could make $1 million. And now these guys are so lucky and blessed, and they can't play basketball 3 or 4 days a week. And I know they hide behind all the analytical bullshit from their agents and people like that. What they're really trying to do is extend their career. The way the money's been and going, it depends on who you are. You're going to be able to make another $50, $70, $100 million and probably more going forward if you can extend your career 2 or 3 years. Do I blame them? Yeah, I do blame them because, yo, man, you have an obligation to all the guys you mentioned earlier who didn't make any money. They don't want to be great. They want all the trappings. They want to make all the money and things, but I'm not sure how many of them, I mean, obviously the elite guys, but you wonder some of these guys who were just born into money, because they're not great players. Let's be realistic. I ain't going to call no names, but you people see who are watching the game. Some of these guys can't play dead in a Western movie.
But he makes so many valid points, like, and you have to think like he's just one of the old school players who feels this way. I could only imagine how MJ would sit back and think on this. Like, Michael Jordan is probably doesn't even watch sports. I don't even think Michael Jordan had his heart in that when he was, I don't know, is he even still an owner of the Charlotte? I think he sold his share. But anyway, I just don't like the new NBA. It's very hard to watch. From all of the people I know, when I see people talking on these sports shows, I resonate with them. You know, we're hearing all this complaining about, you know, fans showing up. Fans matter. And Charles Barkley is correct. Fans really matter. And I know that he wants to name drop a lot, right? You heard him say kids born into money suck in the NBA because their raw talent is, in my opinion, maybe not Steph Curry. Steph Curry is an anomaly, man. You got some of these cats who are an anomaly, man. Like Steph Curry was born into money, and he just had it. He studied the pros long enough to figure out how he can impact the game, and that he did. But let's be honest, man. Most of the raw talent comes from poverty, because when you have nothing, you focus on something. You go outside all day, every day. You getting in trouble or you in sports. That's how it happens for most minorities or people who aren't fortunate enough to come up in a nice upbringing. You just get good at things outside of your home, and you go off to master that. And if you catch the right eyes and you get the right coach, you put yourself in position to become one of the greats. Now, this load management stuff is ridiculous. And back to the fans mattering, we make the ratings go up, right? We increase the salaries of the NBA. So you are depriving the fan base when people work hard, man, all year long, years worth of savings, just to get a one special night with their son or their daughter or their significant other, and the best player or the superstar on that team is sitting out. You guys heard what Charles Barkley was alluding to, as he keeps saying these players want to be dressed. They keep saying how they have this fancy medicine and sports medicine, and how players are the strongest and the best. I've always went against that, because yes, you're going to be the strongest and the best when you literally don't hand check. The rules have been so fluffy. They have fluffed out the rules to work in favor, in my opinion, of LeBron James as the face of the league, who is a very passive guy and it just looks good, right? They've changed everything about physicality in the league. So of course you're gonna look like you could play in any time era based off what we saying. Could you guys really think Steph Curry gonna shoot like that back in the day? You guys really think LeBron James gonna be able to make people move out the way? You have people way smaller than these NBA players now who would challenge LeBron James. Get out of here. But once again, this generation feels like they could beat anybody back in the day. You're only saying that because of what you see, what you're going up against. You don't know what it's like to go up against legends where the rules don't work in your favor. I don't think LeBron James would have never even gotten as close to the scoring title if he played back in the day. I get he on Balco, he's taking steroids and shit like that. It just wouldn't work. I'm sorry, it just wouldn't work. It just wouldn't work. The dudes was too physical, did not care, beat up, and they still showed up every game. Back then, it was a passion to want to play. You had something to prove. You had dignity. You had respect. Man, shout out to Allen Iverson, and I'll make a video about this. Shout out to Allen Iverson for that tribute he gave Kobe. I literally was just watching it, man, and it was just tears rolling down my face, man. If y'all get a chance, man, go check out the tribute that Allen Iverson dedicated to Kobe Bryant. And it was real raw emotion because it was him speaking to Kobe. He wasn't speaking to us. We heard it, but he was speaking to Kobe. And you have to think about it, man. Like, that type of passion that Kobe brought to the game was the last dying breed of that, man.
And you also have to think about just how most of the NBA players are taking this stuff for granted. Charles Barkley spoke on it, man. They're literally extending their careers by prolonging all of these so-called baby ass injuries because, you know, hey, my toe hurts. I have a hangnail. Let me miss 3 weeks of basketball. Not really care about these fans because I just want to keep extending my career. You know what I'm saying? That just makes no sense. And he said something very special. He said that the players have a due diligence because of all the money that they are making. And I never thought of it this way, right? Check it out. He said that all of the players have a due diligence because of what the players before their time put in, like all the hard work, and they got paid nothing. They did so much for the game to put these new players in position to be able to make millions. We ain't talk about no 50 million. You guys got to understand, right? Dennis Rodman came out a few years ago and said players were fighting and killing each other, damn near ready to do whatever just to get an $8 million contract. You got the last player on the bench probably getting half of that, right? And back in the day, $8 million was like a max contracts to these guys, bro. Like, now you got $300 million deals. This is wild. This is wild. And they wonder why the NBA ratings are down. One, the face of the league is a guy who's just not respected, man. It's not too many old players that really like LeBron James. And you know what I'm starting to notice, man? Brunsexuals, you might want to cover your ears. But there are a lot of people starting to come to, like, they waking up on LeBron James, man. You got this whole Balco situation going on with the steroids and all that. Then you got all the people who don't like him because of the politics. He speaks on things without properly knowing or educating himself. And he's just becoming a guy that's disliked. Yes, he has a crazy following and fan base, but that, like, you got some guys you just can't talk about. You can talk about MJ all you want. Nobody's going to listen to you, right? You got some greats that are like that. You can't say nothing bad about them. But LeBron James, he just don't got that. He don't got that respect. You know what I'm saying? He just doesn't. Does this guy do things to me that I feel like irritates a lot of people, including myself? Yes. Is he great? Yes. He shows a lot of greatness, but the face of the NBA is the reason, in my opinion, that the league is in this situation. The whole player empowerment movement. And you got to understand, man, a lot of people blame LeBron James for the whole NBA, even the All-Star game. Like, it's just a joke now. Like, it's just not taken seriously. And you see players like Ben Simmons iced out, not playing a game, saying he got mental problems. And I'm just like, are you guys serious? You take your ass into the 7-Eleven or your nearest gas station or any type of store and you see people punching the clock, working hard for minimum wage, showing up with a cold COVID-19 no matter what, showing up to perform and be the best for themselves. Whatever country you may be in listening to this video or watching the NBA, man, think about how hard you truly work. And think about the millions that these players make in minutes of playing one game. I want y'all to think about that. And these players are choosing to half-ass that, man. It's just not the business, man. It's not good. It's not good at all, man. And it's about time, you know what I'm saying, these players start to take this stuff seriously, man, and really respect themselves, man, because it makes no sense to me, bro. It just don't, man. Like, and thank God that Kawhi Leonard, man, is starting to, you know what I'm saying, showcase himself more, man. He was like the king of load management. I get it. But I must say, man, like, even he seems like he is taking it seriously, man. Now, you just want to see this across the league, though, because it looks like the league is more of NBA fashion. You see these guys spending all this money. That's what they're taking that more seriously than practice and playing in the game is their fashion. Like little girls painting their nails, wearing dresses. Like, I just don't get this stuff, man, and I never will. Never will. No way, no how. Like your boy Rob Parker say. Like, I don't want no parts of this. All I want is good competition, nice rivalries with respect. You know what I'm saying? Like MJ, Bad Boy Pistons, they may have hated each other, whatnot, but it still was a respect. You just don't see that anymore. All you see is offensive play. And I'm definitely going to make a video about these offensive rule changes. I just don't agree with them. They don't sit well with me. I want you guys to weigh in with your thoughts on that. You know what I'm saying? Because besides load management, you got, how is it so many injuries in the league where there is so much offensive play? I just do not get it. I never will. Never will. So you guys tell me what y'all think on this as Charles Barkley comes and makes some noise about these NBA players being some losers, man. Straight sitting out, making all this money and just taking us for granted, man. The fans matter. The fans do really matter. So you guys weigh in with your thoughts, comments, and concerns. Hit me in the comment section and give me your input. I want to thank you guys for supporting me. If you guys are rocking with this video, I want to ask you guys to do me a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. And I also want to ask you guys to follow me on Twitter and Instagram at chargetheegame. Thank you guys so much for the love and support. Like always, let me know how you charge the game. Peace.